I've been writing a series at the moment, and the series is based in the world of superheroes, but not sort of superheroes as you know. It's not the Avengers and things like that. It's more the superheroes behind the scenes. So the series is kind of based around what superheroes do when they're not being superheroes. So when they're actually negotiating with their agent for work and for money and payment and things like that. And it kind of led me into a whole world of, well, what do superheroes do when they go home? Are they just normal people? And that's where SuperMum came from. So it's kind of the idea that she's a superhero, but she's still a person. She's a mum and she has a family to look after, and so she goes to work and the job happens to be saving lives, and then she comes home and she's a mum again. So it's that thing. And you know, there's all that kind of social media thing about women and women having to do lots of roles, and it's sort of playing into that. It's kind of also playing into the whole recent thing about females and their depiction on screen. Obviously last year there was a big thing about female superheroes and how they're always depicted as sexy, and if you see the posters, the female superheroes are always the ones with their bum in the air and their boobs sticking out, whilst the men are always in very strong poses. And then someone did an Avengers poster with like the Hulk with his bum in the air and stuff, and then with the Black Widow being very strong, and I kind of like that. And this is sort of playing with that a little bit. And also the recent Oscars and the whole red carpet thing, where women are always asked, well, who did your manicure, who are you wearing? And men are asked, how was it to be directed by such and such? And I hate all that stuff, and it really winds me up. So I wanted to get a little bit of that into this as well. So it's a bit of it's kind of a mishmash, and I just want to write something fun. So it's more of a poking fun a little bit of what's happening. I think, you know, I have in the past got into lots of arguments on social media about depiction of women in the press and in the media, and you do get, you get a lot of stick from people, and I've had a lot of abuse from certain men especially about, because I don't necessarily think it's healthy, some of the ways women are shown, that some men take that very, and some women get very offended by that and very angry about it. And I'm not saying that I don't think that women should be depicted in any particular way. No, I'm just having a little run-in on the interview. I don't think any women should be depicted in any way. I think if a woman wants to be on a poster in a bikini, good luck to her, it's brilliant. If a woman wants to be on a poster in a tracksuit, that's brilliant too. I've got no problem with either. Where I take exception is kind of the way that women sometimes can only be portrayed through a man's eyes, or as an object of lust, or as a sexual object. And I think that's kind of a bit outmoded, and I guess I wanted to do this, and instead of that whole thing of the superhero being in a crop top and tiny little skirt, it's like, well, what is she actually doing? What's her job? And who is she? What's her life? What's her world? And her world is about her daughter and her partner. It's not really about her looking like in a tiny bikini looking sexy. But of course the flip side to that is we have Juliet, who's the actress, who actually, you know, she looks wonderful in a lycra suit, and she's got a fantastic figure, and she can wear that stuff and she wants to, and she looks great, but that's not what she's about.
She is one of the most well-known figures in the UK, but you may not recognise her if you passed her in the street. This is because Samantha is a superhero.
Before I had Sapphire, it was all about how I wear my hair and who designed my cape.